good afternoon and a very warm welcome to the beautiful Cotswolds in the UK. Guys, today I've just checked into the Lakeside by You Hotel. It's a gorgeous lakeside property and the rooms and indeed suites are absolutely gorgeous, so I was really keen to share this one with you today. So stay tuned for what's going to be a very unique hotel stay. The hotel was a campus-style resort with all of the various villas and indeed hotel apartments laid out around the lakes. In terms of wider location, this was between Lakeside and Fairford, down in the southern Cotswolds, around an hour west of London. Upon arrival, it was a very quick check-in in their small reception area, and then it was on through into the rooms. Everything was so beautifully put together, which we'll certainly get into in just a moment. In terms of the room, this was a 3-bedroom suite, if you like, with nice open balconies overlooking towards the lakes. I really like the mixture of the older and also newer decor. I thought they absolutely nailed this. I have to say, in terms of look and feel, really did feel as though I was one of the first guests to ever stay in the room. It was still a case of peeling the little stickers off certain things, very much reflective of the fact that it was the very first time that so much was being used. They certainly made the very most of those lakeside views with this large open style design. Of course, whether you were cooking, eating, or indeed relaxing, you always had those full lake views. Let's leave the kitchen behind for just a moment and we'll get into the bedrooms. As I mentioned, this was a 3-bedroom apartment. We won't waste time just now checking out bedrooms 2 and 3. We'll save the absolute best for the bedroom tour. That was, of course, the master bedroom, again, making full use of the views back over the lake. As you'd expect from a hotel of this quality, storage certainly wasn't in short supply. There's a ton of room for suitcases, clothes, whatever you'd need to. If you are doing a longer stay, this would certainly be a very comfortable space to get yourself fully moved into. I think one of the highlights of the room for me was indeed the bathroom. They'd done this absolutely beautifully. There wasn't anything that was even slightly out of place. Really high quality toiletries. There was a full bath and also walk-in shower. Couldn't help but make full use of that bath a little bit later, indeed into the evening. One element that was really nice about the hotel is that they really did seem to promote and incorporate a lot of local products, whether it was the skincare in the bathroom or indeed some of the food that we'll get onto a little bit later. I did feel, certainly staying in the heart of the Cotswolds, that this was a very nice touch. Without further ado, let's get into this awesome bedroom space. As already mentioned, really nice views back out over the lake. We will check that out, I promise, in further detail in just a moment. In terms of the bedroom, gorgeous 4-poster bed, very comfortable indeed. And again, nice incorporation of both the old and the new into the bedroom design. As you've just seen, there was contained a TV within the room. That said, with such an awesome view going on right in front of the bed, it certainly wasn't something that I made any use of, unsurprisingly, on this particular stay. On the flip side of the room, there was then direct access to that gorgeous balcony area. We'll take a look at that in full detail in just a moment. For now, let's head back to the kitchen and see what goodies are in store. Firstly, in the fridge was contained some elements for breakfast in the morning, be it fresh milk, orange juice, eggs, butter. There was also some fresh bread, cakes and other such aspects left on the dining room table. This was a really nice touch, completely unexpected, and as you'll see a little bit later, certainly made full use of those a little bit later into the stay. In terms of the kitchen itself, this certainly had everything that you would have needed, be it for a shorter stay like I was indulging in on this particular occasion, or indeed a much longer stay. There was cutlery, plates, kettles, coffee machines, all of the utensils that you would need, so it was very much a fully serviced apartment, all ready to go and indeed be used. I mentioned a moment ago some of those other bits and pieces that were left as part of the welcome into the property. This included cake, jam, even some locally made gin and some really nice bread that we'll check out a little bit later. It is of course those little touches that really do make the biggest difference. So what then about the highlight of the stay? Of course it's those gorgeous lake views. Well, on the day of check-in, unfortunately it was rather grey and cloudy. That said, the day after, the views really were looking their absolute best, so we will check that out before the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. As for the wider resort, yep, there were a range of different facilities and also activities to get up to, which also includes, as they called it, wild swimming, which would indeed, yes, have been swimming in the lakes themselves. In terms of additional activities, there really was an awful lot to choose from, which was all detailed as part of the check-in pack. For me, everything did look a little bit pricey, if I'm being completely honest, particularly thinking about larger families staying. That said, you certainly wouldn't be short of things to do while staying at the hotel. That next morning, the clouds mercifully had cleared and the views out were absolutely spectacular. So peaceful, so nice and quiet, and really made the absolute most of the stay on that particular morning. I can certainly imagine this particular hotel as being in its absolute best. In the summer, the idea of cooking in the kitchen, dining out on the exterior table really would have been absolutely super. On that particular morning, didn't waste any time at all getting into some of those inclusive goodies and making a really nice breakfast. Total price at weekends, booking in advance for the room you'd have just saw, and indeed those 3 bedrooms included, would be around £1,000 a night, so this is certainly towards the higher end. Guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. There's so much more coming through on the channel, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the channel.